So I grew up in a kind of non-Christian home. My parents were Catholic. I went to a Catholic school, but God, I wouldn't say, was a constant in our lives. There wasn't a true relationship. My home life at times is very physically abusive, emotionally abusive, mentally abusive. So I felt very alone, that someone didn't care for me. I wasn't getting the attention that a young child probably should have experienced. My sexual abuse happened by someone that my parents, I would say, trusted or thought that I could be in the care of. My next door neighbor's father sexually abused me for about 2 to 3 years. It started when I was 6, and that was just, it was like a game. Like, we're gonna play hide and seek, and I'm gonna put you in this closet. And it started with like touching and things like that, and then it escalated to sex when I was about 8, and then it ended abruptly when they moved. I did not know really that anything was wrong. In fact, he didn't use a scare tactic. He didn't threaten me. He didn't say, don't tell your parents. It was more reiterate, oh, I love and care for you, so this is part of that. So I believed that, and I really didn't talk about it, didn't tell anyone about it. My abuse at home continued a little in my childhood, but I was still going to church, so there was relief there, and I got to know people. I became a Christian at 13, and I thought, the Lord's gonna rescue me, it's gonna be great, my whole life is gonna change. And when it didn't, I was like, okay, Lord, like, what is going on? So I spent a lot of my teen years trying to find that love that I experienced as a child. And I looked at it in different forms, different relationships, just trying to have that unmet need of love in my life. I had believed a lie for so long that what I experienced in my home and with that neighbor was normal, that everyone went through it, that it was fine. And at 18, my whole world was turned upside down. Something that I had believed was true was a lie. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to college. I'm just going to throw it under the rug. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm going to be this new person, and I'm just going to embrace a new season of life. You can only avoid things for so long until they come to the surface. My sophomore year at Houston Baptist University, I went to a convocation where the woman there was talking about her experience of sexual abuse, and I just broke down. I went straight to the office of someone that I trusted, and she just spent the whole afternoon talking to me. That was the first time I really confessed everything that what had occurred to me. And in that moment, I felt so tainted. I felt like I had no worth, no value. She was quick to remind me of God's love, that God still saw me, that He loved me, that He cared for me. But I still struggled with, I'm tainted. I don't have worth. I don't have value. There were certain triggers that I thought were just a part of my style, my life, that I did not attribute to my sexual abuse or what happened to me. For as long as I can remember, my body starts to tremble, I guess, when someone puts a hand on my shoulder, specifically men. If a woman was to put her hand on my shoulder, it's a less of a response, but I would tense up, I would start to shake. It's gotten better, but there are still responses even to this day that do that. So I really had to buckle down and pursue healing and realize that I was worth the healing journey. And it's hard, and it's still hard. I have to choose daily to know that I am loved, that God loves me, that He has given me immense worth and value. But I still struggle. I struggle with fear of relationships. I struggle being alone in a room full of men, maybe that I trust. But I have to, I'm pursuing God in His healing hand, and that I've been blessed with amazing friends and a community and support system who have helped in that journey. Sexual abuse really has a tendency to break a trust trust is built over time and it can be broken in a second, in one action. And that's what was done. Essentially, like, the trust that I had in God was broken, and I had to realize that God is not man. God did not want this to happen to me. He, in fact, grieves with me over the loss of my innocence, grieves with me the loss of what I thought my future would be. Just realizing that God, in fact, is my comfort and my strength. I think for a long time I did not want to seek comfort in God because I somehow put the blame on him, that you should have protected me. I personally have seen that mental health can be really impacted by sexual abuse. I have major depressive disorder. That's something that I live with daily, and I'm sure my sexual abuse story has contributed to that. I know people who become anxious, who live on this fight or flight response rather than just responding to trauma. We're in a constant state of what is going to happen. I need to be on guard, and that's not how God intended us to live our life. That's not how our body is created, for us to continually live on guard. I think it's good to remember that everyone has a story, and just because someone responds in a way that maybe you may not respond to a certain situation doesn't mean they are hard to get along with or that they are unbearable. We all individually have stories and we have experiences that maybe the next person has not gone through. I think first, if someone does tell you their story of sexual abuse, that you listen, that you don't input your own judgments, that you allow them to know that you're here for them, that you care for them, that you love them, that their worth and value hasn't changed because this has happened to them. I am currently single and I do have a desire to get married someday, but I think for the longest time I have truly had trouble trusting male relationships and male attention, people's intentions towards me. So that is something that I'm having to grow and trust in the Lord through. My relationship with God is growing. I've really have grown in trust towards him and accepted the love that he so freely gives, and are trying to walk in the vision of who he says I am. I think sexual abuse has a good way of distorting the vision of who we were created to be, and because of certain experiences we put on this vision of I'm tainted or I'm this or that, but God has gone in and replaced, like, no, you are beautiful, you're fearfully and wonderfully made, you are loved and I see you. So putting that garment and really being a new creation, not and walking in them. I'm hoping that whoever sees my story, my testimony, would ultimately know that they're not alone, that if this is part of their story, I'm so sorry. This was not part of God's design plan for your life. I'm so sorry that this has happened to you, but that they would know that they are seen, that they're loved, that they're not alone. I've said it before, but I think we have this mindset that I'm alone, that no one will understand. But there are people who do understand, who will walk alongside them and love them in that. And I just hope that my story brings about some source of hope to them, that there can be healing, that I can see myself in a different way, and that I can hope for a better future.